Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our second Veterans Day community chat session. If you missed this morning's event where our speakers gave an overview of veteran homelessness in Orange County, you can always catch it on our Facebook and our YouTube. During that chat, we talked about how in the 2019 point in time count, we found 311 veterans to be experiencing homelessness here in our community. A lot of work has happened since then to house veterans, including the opening of two new housing developments, one by Jamboree Housing and one by Mercy Housing. And if you'd like more information on those, you can find it on our website. For this session, I am so excited to be joined by some of our key Welcome Home OC partners to talk about our collective work of housing veterans who are experiencing homelessness in apartments throughout Orange County. We are joined by our Welcome Home OC partners, David Cordero, the Executive Director of the Apartment Association of Orange County, Victor Cow, the Vice President of Public Affairs for the California Apartment Association, and Jerry Mendoza, Regional Supervisor for Main Street Management, who is a member of both associations. For anyone who may not know what Welcome Home OC is, it's a United to End Homelessness program that works with property owners, service providers, and housing authorities to help make sure that people experiencing homelessness who have a rental assistance voucher in hand can be housed through private market units. David and Victor have been with us since the beginning of the program, and we couldn't have done it without them. So a huge thank you to both of you. And I'll bring my first question to you guys. Why is the issue of solving veteran homelessness important to your organizations? David, we'll start with you.
All right, Bex. Well, thank you. I think simply put, for the Apartment Association of Orange County, we've been a fixture here in the OC for 60 years. We look back and post-World War II, post-Korean War, early days of the Vietnam War. We've had veterans who have come home here to Orange County, who've moved here, over the years. They've fallen on hard times in some cases, and they're experiencing homelessness, for a variety of reasons. When we look at veterans and all that they have sacrificed in service to our country and to our population here, there's no reason why they should have to suffer and deal with such a difficult situation when they have sacrificed so much just, again, in service to our country. For those of us that are in the rental housing industry, we have an opportunity to make a difference and to help these these courageous men and women who have served, and give them a place to call home. Someplace that is safe and secure, something that perhaps they've been lacking for quite some time. And it's, I think, incumbent upon us as not only an industry, but also just as a society to help those that have given so much so that we can enjoy the freedoms and liberties that we have and the security that we enjoy as well. And so for the Apartment Association of Orange County, we're grateful for the opportunity to work with our members, encouraging and educating them about the issue of homelessness, but more importantly, as it relates to veterans, helping this group of Americans who have served and sacrificed and deserve a second chance to get their lives back on track and heading in a direction where I think our bravest heroes should be.
Thank you so much, David. It's incredible to hear like your personal passion for this come through. So Victor, I'll turn to you. Why does this matter to you and to your organization?
Veterans homelessness is very important to the California Apartment Association. Like David said, we're in the profession of housing and we really want to be part of the solution. Several of our members, if you look at their founders, they either started the profession in home building or apartment building, and many of them use their, part of their GI Bill and pool that money to start their companies and their entrepreneurial pursuits. And likewise, amongst our 70,000 people that we service, several of those, happen to be veterans. And so the issue of veterans homelessness becomes more personal and something that we can be more attentive to. When you think about CEA as a whole, we are a service-oriented organization. We volunteer our personal time and serve on boards at various organizations for those that are experiencing homelessness. And we have members that specialize in affordable housing and develop affordable housing for veterans. And we're a primary advocate of housing production in the state. I think when we try to comprehend the issue of homelessness, it can be so large and complex, and it can overwhelm, the most sophisticated policymaker down to, us just on the personal level. But I think the way that Welcome Home OC and United Way have framed it in terms of being manageable, when we think about, 311 veterans and clarifying that the goal is to get that to functional zero, it becomes more manageable. And I think where it becomes more manageable, it becomes of highest importance that it's something that we can reasonably accomplish here in Orange County.
Thank you so much, Victor. Well, together through Welcome Home OC to date, we have been able to help 54 veterans households, which is remarkable. And I know we have more work in front of us, but I do want to say thank you so much for everything that you have done so far. And Jerry, I want to turn to you now, because one of these households was housed in one of your properties. And so I would love to hear from you. Why did you want to get involved with Welcome Home OC? And then also, as a follow-up to that, I know that veterans homelessness is particularly important to you personally, and I would love for you to share with us why that is.
Oh, hello. Thank you. Just like David mentioned, it's important to make sure that all veterans can have a place to call home. I'm a veteran myself, and I was in the Marine Corps, and to come home and to see some of my service members being homeless, it definitely impacts me on a personal level. So we used to not be able to accept any housing assistance to anybody, and honestly, I got tired of it. And that's when I reached out to the main office to make sure that they assist with us. And that's how we got started. And from that, the paperwork is a little scary, but it's definitely worth it. Just it's something that's definitely an issue that somebody's doing something about it. David and Victor, thank you so much for assisting your program. Welcome Home is definitely something positive through the communities, and it's great to see somebody's doing something about it.
So Jerry, you mentioned the paperwork can be a little overwhelming. Can you talk a little about the difference that working with Welcome Home OC made and just in the process? How did it help?
Well, there's always somebody there to guide you through the process in case you do have any questions. So it's pretty much, it's a long process, but once you get into any questions, it's simply long, and it is intimidating at the beginning, but once you get signed up, it's a simple process afterwards. It can be scary though. It's just when you see a packet of paperwork saying, "Hey, you got to fill this out in order to make sure that this gets done," that could be scary. But once you actually start reading and going through the process, and reach out to anyone in case you have any questions, there's always someone that will help you with any questions you have. So your office is definitely helpful in the process.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that. That's certainly our aim, is to make this as smooth and as simple a process as possible. Victor, I'd love to hear from you, from your perspective. How has Welcome Home OC helped make a difference in this process?
A big difference. I think the biggest difference, though, is a change in perspective, especially when we're working with government assistance programs. I think there's some negative connotation when we're working with public assistance programs, mainly associated with, bureaucracy, and that can be intimidating. as Jerry had alluded to. There's, could be a mountain of paperwork. There's a lot of hoops that you have to jump through. And I think there was, because of especially outdated preconceived notions, there has been, a reluctance to work with public assistance programs. I think where Welcome Home OC has changed all that is doing all the advanced work, also securing funding, early on, providing some sense of security and guarantee. For property owners, they worry about, if their investment, something that they've put their life savings to and their retirement into, is going to be damaged. And I think that's where United Way Orange County's Welcome Home OC program assuages many of those initial concerns and fears. The fact that you're hand-holding property owners throughout the process is important. And I couldn't think of a better organization to really shepherd that. It's really a testament to United Way Orange County's approach and established track record. And so, if I were to speak, positively for the program and really encourage more landlords to look at the program, you have to look at, on-time payments, security deposits, having accessible staff that can really help streamline and facilitate the process. So thank you. You guys have been a tremendous help, and we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Victor. It's been a joy to be able to partner with you. And to date, we have just had so many successes. I know that we've been able to get our average length of time from referral until we get somebody to be leased up is about 50 days, which might sound long to some people watching, but in the world where people have got rental assistance vouchers, that's incredibly fast. And our shortest was 11 days, and that is in thanks to the partnership that we have with our property owners who are constantly making units available to our program. And so, David, I'd love to turn to you. How has it been working with Welcome Home OC?
Well, I'll tell you, the experience has been really easy. The partnership that the Apartment Association of Orange County has formed with United Way and Welcome Home OC and United Homelessness has been one where we've been working with a common goal. And we talk about bringing in government agencies and the private sector a lot of times, and we talk about the reputation that exists. A lot of times people think that's going to be a recipe for disaster, and I think in the case of Welcome Home OC, it's been the exact opposite. This program and all the partners that have been involved in this have shown what can be achieved when we're working lockstep to solve a major societal and public policy challenge. We've gotten HUD, we've gotten the VA, we've gotten the Apartment Association and United Way and countless other service providers here within Orange County all on the same page. And a lot of times the bureaucracy that so many of us get frustrated with in dealing with government, it's been all but erased here in Orange County when it comes to dealing with the homelessness issue and in particular getting veterans housed. I cannot think of a better program and a model for other communities throughout the country that are struggling with homelessness and veterans issues than to look here to Orange County, California as a way that government and the private sector and nonprofits can all work together in an effective way and really eliminate a lot of the red tape and bureaucracy that so many programs get mired in. And I'm really, on behalf of the Apartment Association of Orange County, just so grateful for this opportunity to be a partner and to really make a difference in the lives of hundreds of homeless veterans, but thousands more who are experiencing homelessness here in Orange County.
Thank you so much, David. We are very proud of the model that we have built, and HUD has looked at Welcome Homelessness very closely and declared it to be an exemplary best practice and model for the country. So if anybody's tuning in from anywhere across the country, we would love to share with you what we've learned along the way and be able to help you in your local communities. But with that, this really is about the people that we've been able to house and the lives that we've been able to change. And so I'd love to just close our time together today and ask you if anybody has any stories or memorable moments from a veteran being housed in one of your units. Jerry, I'll turn to you first.
Thank you. Actually, yes, I do. I have there's 4 veterans here on my property. Aside from being a regional manager, I'm also an on-site manager. So in my property alone, I have 4 different veterans. So just for them to see when they finally get the keys to the unit and just that joy in their face and say, oh my God, I got a place. This is so amazing. One of them has actually literally cried as soon as he got into the unit. It's heartwarming to see the situation like this, and for you guys to make it possible to help them out, to make sure they do have a place to call home. None of these people are a burden. These are our people. This is the people we should be taking care of. It gives not just myself, but all my managers around me that are in the program, it's a sense of accomplishment. We helped somebody today. It's amazing to see.
That's wonderful. That's really great to hear that it's not just you, but other managers at your company that are seeing the positive results of this. David, Victor, I want to give you guys an opportunity if you have anything to share here.
Yeah, I'll just relay a story that one of our members who's been in the rental housing business for 40 plus years shared with me when she had a veteran get placed in one of her communities. This is a veteran who was living in a shelter in Los Angeles County and had ties here to Orange County and was making her way into living in Orange County a reality. She was so scared living in a shelter with strangers and in just very awkward environments where there's not a lot of stability and there's struggles that exist. And she visited the apartment complex that she would be living in and had a chance to see her unit, and immediately she felt at home. And this was before the unit had been furnished with the furniture and the appliances that clients of Welcome MOC receive when they are placed. And she just enjoyed having 4 walls around her and carpeting and a door and a place to herself, something that she had not experienced in quite some time while she was experiencing homelessness. And my member just was talking with her and was brought to tears just because she saw what appreciation this veteran had for the fact that she was able to now have a place of her own to call home. And that, I think that speaks volumes about the potential and the results that we're already seeing of Welcome Home OC to change lives for the better. And I look at that one story that was shared with me, and I know that's not a unique occurrence. Our members are housing more and more veterans, each month, and we're chipping away at the number of veterans who continue to experience homelessness here in Orange County. And as Victor was mentioning, working to get to functional zero. That's a great goal, and I think it's one that we can and we will achieve. It really is just a matter of getting more of the rental housing providers to get engaged and find out about this program and realize that their decision just to make one unit available can change the trajectory of someone's life permanently in a positive, meaningful direction. And the reward, I think that they would feel just knowing that they can help one life is hopefully enough to incentivize them when they see that person finally come home into their apartment unit to then find ways to maybe add and make available a second unit or a third unit. The incentives that exist to encourage more participation by rental property owners is tremendous. And I think as we educate and we inform rental property owners throughout Orange County about the value and the benefit of this program, we will in fact get more participation. And when you see a veteran be able to come home to your property, your unit, they have to know that they're making a difference by opening their door and making that unit available. And I would just like to encourage as many of our members and rental property owners throughout Orange County to check out Welcome Home OC and find out just how easy it is and painless it is to step up, get involved, and begin making units available to a program that is truly changing lives for the better.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, David. Victor, I'm not sure if you have any stories to share, but I certainly want to give you the opportunity.
No, I mean, I came actually to CAA as well as the Welcome Home OC, actually mid-process. So I'd really have to credit David and the Apartment Association of Orange County for coming to the table first. As David had alluded to, he had one of our mutual members come to United Way as part of the program. And as sort of an aside story to this, though, is that his testament to many of our other landlords, both small and corporate landlords at the California Apartment Association, helped assuage a lot of concerns and fears. And I think by doing so, it reduces the barriers for our folks to stop looking at problems and start looking at solutions. And they began to recognize the social impact of what they're doing, and by being encouraged and participating in the program. So I would, just provide those last two thoughts in terms of, a testament of the program, its success, and its track record. And I would encourage all rental property owners to really look at that when considering working with the United Way.
Yeah, and I'll just add one more thing. I mean, this is a program that is not limited to, rental property owners who have, large apartment complexes. It can be as small as a single duplex or even a single family home that they want to make available. They can put that up as an available unit, and the team at United Way and Veteran Homelessness will in fact find a compatible match for that unit. And so, yeah, you could be a small mom and pop operator of an apartment complex or a single family rental, or a corporate management company or owner who has thousands of units. Welcome Home OC is open to anyone who has rental units available here in Orange County. And I just, again, echoing what Victor said, this is something for everyone. There is something for everyone, and there's not anything to really be scared about or hesitant to get involved with. There are assurances and structure in place where this does not have to be a scary proposition for a housing provider. It's easy to get involved, and we definitely want to encourage as many of them to do so.
Thank you so much. I am just thrilled at the progress that we've been able to make together. As this is airing, we've housed 54 households. There have been 80 people in those households. 6 of those households have been families. Our youngest veteran head of household was 24, and our oldest was 86. So we've housed just such a wide variety of people who have served this country. And it is thanks to the incredible partnerships that we have and the dedication of people like each of you who've been willing to take that risk and to partner with us as we work. As Victor said, the goal really is to reach functional zero for veterans homelessness in Orange County. And so it's been really wonderful to talk about our progress on that together for Welcome Home OC. And so as mentioned, if you are a property owner, we would love to have you join us. We host regular Welcome Home OC workshops where you can learn more about the program. We'll pop the link to register into the comments section, and there's always information available on our website. And this sadly concludes our Veterans Day chat for this afternoon. We'll be back again tonight for our third session, and a huge thank you to our guest speakers and to everybody who joined us for this chat. You can join us later at 4 p.m. where we'll be talking with the service providers who work to end veterans homelessness in Orange County, and we'll be joined for that community chat by Assemblywoman Kadi Putrinar. So we're thrilled for that. Thank you again, Victor, David, and Jerry. It's been wonderful to talk with you.
Well, thanks for having us, Bex. We're glad to be here and glad to do our part to help eliminate veterans homelessness here in Orange County.
Thanks, Bex.
Thank you kindly.